Guys, I hate to do it to you like this, but honestly, I don't think the iPhone SE is going to get iOS 13. Now, I don't want it to be the case. I really don't. I said before that I actually believed that the iPhone SE was going to get it. But now that I've actually sat on it and now that like so many days have passed by since the initial rumor, I'm starting to think that quite possibly the iPhone SE might not get iOS 13. And like I said before, this is all rumors. I could be wrong. But based off what we're hearing, it almost kind of makes sense why Apple would not give iOS 13 to the iPhone SE. Now, I'm going to preface this whole entire video by saying that even if the iPhone SE does not get iOS 13, it is still going to be an extremely amazing device. With devices like the iPhone 6, 6 Plus, the 5S, those phones, I would not recommend anybody to use those outside of their iOS lifecycle because they're super slow. There's really no reason to even pick them up. But with the iPhone SE, this phone is still extremely fast. And I even said with the SE, 6S, 6S Plus, those are the few cases of phones that I would recommend people to buy outside of their software lifecycle. I mean, I wouldn't recommend people to pick that over a phone that still has iOS support, but if you need to, this phone is still an extremely fast phone. There's really no reason to get a newer phone besides the security upgrades and stuff. So with that being said, the iPhone SE, in terms of performance, in terms of everything, it's still going to be a super solid phone. It's not like it's going to die just because it doesn't get iOS 13, you know what I mean? So performance, everything's still going to be solid. I'd really recommend to pick it up if you're in the middle of picking up an iPhone or something like that. But in terms of just the iOS 13 support, the main reason why I don't think it's going to get it is because of the size. The 4-inch display just might be a little bit too small for Apple to go and support it for another version of iOS. Now, the reason that sucks is because the screen size and the whole entire body was the reason why people were picking up the iPhone SE. That was the biggest feature of it because it was the same features as the newer iPhones, just with a smaller body, and that's the biggest feature of the iPhone SE. The main reason why people picked it up, and the fact that that is actually one of the main reasons why Apple's not going to support it potentially is pretty crazy in my opinion. Now, like I said before, this could mean that the iPhone SE 2 could be released because that will have a bigger screen to body ratio, a bigger screen. But for the fact of the matter is the iPhone SE potentially could not get iOS 13. Now, I really hope it does. And that kind of left the question again, is the iPhone 6S getting it? And based off what we're seeing, the 6S is still going to get it. And I just saw on Reddit today that in India, they're actually advertising the iPhone 6S as a great phone. That's one of the only phones still being sold in India, one of the cheapest iPhones you can get in that country, and they're advertising it, so it's still going to get iOS 13 in my opinion based off that. But in no place are they advertising the iPhone SE, and it sucks because they were literally just selling it on Apple.com, so it's weird that they were selling it there, but they could potentially end support on it, which is going to be so stupid. I really hope they don't do it, but based off what we're seeing, that could potentially be the case. But like I said, just because it's not getting it doesn't mean it's, an unusable phone. Back when iOS 11 came out, the iPhone 5 was unsupported. I was still telling people at that time, I'm like, dude, the iPhone 5 is not a bad device. Go ahead and use it if you need to. It's not horrible, but of course the newer iPhones are going to be faster and whatnot. But I feel like iOS 12 is at a solid point where it's stable enough to get your job done and all that stuff, and you won't really be lacking in anything. So overall, what I'll tell you is, even if the iPhone SE is not going to get it, it's still going to be a solid phone. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Of course, the newer iPhones are going to have all those cool features that potentially iOS 13 are bringing, but I guess we're just going to have to wait and see, guys. But so far, that's all the news we have on this specific phone, on that specific software. If more news breaks, of course, I'm going to talk about it and everything, but man, that's pretty much it. It's kind of a shame too, because I found the iPhone SE to be a very great device, but I guess it's whatever. If you guys have any questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section below. Hit that like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys can hit that. Also, check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. All those links are linked down below. I would really appreciate it if you guys could check them out. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.